Welcome back for some more Cuphead. Yeah, I wanted to do some more. I'm thinking this time we're gonna finish Inkwell Isle 1, move on to 2, maybe we'll do a level or two there, depending on how fast I can get through them. I'm done with this running gun for now. I'm not doing that again. We'll do Ruby and Croaks first, because at least I know that's not gonna give me as hard of a time. Clip Joint Calamity.
Here's a real high-class bout. Now go!
Parry. Okay. Starting off pretty bad. Okay, I'm just gonna restart. That is horrible, horrendous start. Absolutely terrible. One of the worst starts I've ever seen. Right. Boy, I'm just doing bad. Okay. I'm gonna switch to spread, take out these little fireflies. Can't wait for it to be the weekend already. Friday, I'm gonna go volunteer at a haunted house since it's finally gonna be October, spooky season. You know, can't wait for that. Gonna volunteer. Volunteer at the little haunted house. That was not what I meant to do. I did not mean to just dash into him.
A brawl is surely brewing.
Doing the haunted house was with Lando and then one of his friends. Bubba actually. If you ever watched Lando's videos, you'll know who that is. The two of them are doing the haunted house with me. Well, more I'm doing it with them, considering they're doing it for community service hours for class or whatever. And I'm just doing it for the love of the haunted house. But yeah, it's finally almost spooky month finally. Or wait, it is. Wait a minute, it is October. What am I talking about right now? It's October 1st right now. Man, I'm like behind. I thought it was still September. I don't know how I thought it was September. It's man. Happy spooky month. Actually, you know what? And that was the worst start I could have gotten. Happy spooky month. Man, I gotta do some more horror games. Man, spread. You got an L1 food switch. Spooky month. Man, I gotta start watching some horror movies now. I'm gonna try to watch at least one each week, I think.
A great slam and then some.
Man, a few years ago, was it 2 years ago? It was 2 or 3 years ago. I remember watching. Uh, Man, why am I sucking so bad right now? I know how to play this. I made it through the last 3 bosses, like, pretty quick. But yeah, like 2 years ago, I remember watching the Nightmare on Elm Street movies for the first time. And yeah, it was like the first. I loved the first one. Great movie. Second one, it was different, but it was still good. And then the third one went back to the bringing back more stuff from the first one, which just again made the second one even more just different and random. I think, in my opinion. But yeah. Then I remember the fifth Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5. Absolute worst movie I've ever seen. I think I don't know how it went. It started out as such a good series, but then once it hit Part 5, I don't know. It's like I just. There's only one other movie that I think was. as bad as that, and ironically, it is another movie about dreams. That was Dream Scenario with Nick Cage. I remember when I watched the trailers for it at first, it looked like it was going to be a great movie, and I was expecting it to be good. But like the premise was good. It was uh well, maybe it wasn't good. It was just interesting. Where it was everybody in the world just has dreams with Nick Cage in it, or whatever his character's name was. I can't remember. But then
A great
and then
slam and
eventually
then
he
some.
just in everybody's dreams he just starts out by doing nothing, but then he just starts going around killing everybody, and then everybody hates him, and that was like the whole movie, and it was just terrible. That was the absolute worst movie I've seen. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, second worst movie I've ever seen. But at least, I mean, it was kind of funny, at least. Unlike Dream Scenario, which, terrible. Like, zero, -1 star. It was so bad. Like, I had never seen a movie that bad before then, and I haven't seen a movie as bad since then. And I don't know how Nick Cage says that that is one of his, he thinks that's one of his best movies he's done. I don't know how you can say that, because that movie. Oh, come on, not the Tigers. But yeah, Dream Scenario, absolute worst movie. I do not recommend seeing it, watching it ever. Like watching it one time was more than enough. Like there was just nothing good about that movie. Come on!
A brawl is surely brewing.
Of course, Clip Joint Calamity is the one that gives me just a run for my money. Like, watch this. I'm gonna do Botanic Panic first try. Like, within 3 tries. I'm guaranteeing it right now. Yeah. Movies about dreams. I'm kind of done with them. Never. Don't think I'm gonna watch any more movies about dreams, just because two of them have been the worst things I've ever seen. Yeah. You know, let's continue to bad movie talk. You know what? I'm gonna say this. I know a lot of people like the Friday the 13th series. I don't. I watched it and like okay, so I watched Halloween and I absolutely loved Halloween. So I was thinking the other slasher movies got to be good. And then I watched the Nightmare on Elm Street series. And again, I liked it up until the fifth movie, which was just terrible. I mean, four wasn't great, but I mean, it was something compared to part five. And then yeah, and then I watched um, was it Friday the 13th? I watched Friday the 13th, and I was just could not get into it. I did not find it enjoying. I mean, the ending was interesting of who the killer was. There we go, knockout. But like, I watched the first one, watched this part, watched Friday the 13th part two, and I just was like, didn't get it. I wasn't for me. I didn't like it as much as most people seem to. Man, this is my lowest rated level so far. C. I was expecting a D, so I mean it's better. Um, yeah. Then after watching the two Friday the 13th one and two, I just did not watch Scream because I was like, oh, I think Scream's probably gonna end up being bad, just like those two were, and I was just like, nah, I think I'm gonna pass up on Scream. But then I watched it like a year ago for the first time, and that is absolutely my favorite slasher movie. Just it's so perfect. Scream, the first one, not any of the other ones. I mean, two's decent. Three is just absolutely ridiculous. Haven't seen Scream 4. but I also don't plan on it. But yeah, the first one is just so good. Love Matthew Lillard in that. And yeah, I don't know. Are the new ones good? Let me know if the new ones are any good. If like Scream, oh, okay, if Scream like 5 and 6 with Jen Ortega is any good, because I'm gonna be honest here. Most people like Jen Ortega. I don't know what it is. I don't like her that much, and I think it might have to do with just that Disney Channel show she was on, and I think that like that just because of that I just don't like her as much. I don't know, but Jen Ortega, I just have a hard time watching anything that she's in. I don't know why. I'm not saying like I don't think she's a bad actress or anything, but it's just for some reason I just don't like her. Another another thing I have to say, another unpopular opinion I have. Like I'm not again, not a bad actor at all. Tom Holland, he's a pretty good actor. I've seen him in other stuff, and he's been good. But like I just for some reason I don't like him as Spider-Man as much. Like I think Tobey Maguire nailed Spider-Man, or at least the Peter Parker part of it all. Like he's the greatest Peter Parker I think that there's been for live action. And then I think Andrew Garfield was great with the Spider-Man part of it. Like I don't think Andrew Garfield was as good of a Peter, but I think he was a terrific Spider-Man. Like amazing even. You know. Stupid joke. But yeah, Andrew Garfield not a bad Spider-Man. I mean not a bad Peter. I mean I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. Andrew Garfield was great as Spider-Man. Uh but yeah, Tom Holland, I just something about him, I just as Spider-Man, I don't like him as much, but like in other stuff he's good. Not so he's not a bad actor. I don't know, for some reason I don't like him as much as Spider-Man. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. I know it's an unpopular one, but yeah, that's man, this isn't even that hard of a level. I don't know why I'm struggling on it. Yeah, I'm still gonna watch the new movie when it comes out because I've seen like the behind the scenes where they actually have him like on like a truck or whatever, flipping around for the web swinging, which I think that's gonna be insane to see in theaters. Like that's gonna look amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Also, like the having the Hulk and Punisher in it, that's gonna be cool. I mean, yeah, Punisher, yeah. For a second, I thought I said Daredevil. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it in theaters when it comes out, even if he's not my favorite Spider-Man. Still gonna watch it. He's still good. Again, I think I just have a lot of unpopular opinions when it comes to Marvel characters casting because like another unpopular opinion I have on characters, I really just don't like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Like I think they could have got somebody better. There's just something about him. I just don't really like Robert Downey Jr. Even though most people do, pretty much everybody else does. Everybody loves him as Iron Man. I just can't stand him for some reason. And it's like, it kind of annoys me that they killed him off in Endgame, but then he's back as Doom and Iron Man. Like, come on, man. Did we really need this? Well, ain't that a pip? Looks like you boys really did really put the kibosh on them didders. You can head on over to the next aisle. Plenty of more marks for the. Plenty more marks for you to lean on there. How did I do his voice? I can't remember how I did Elder Kettle's voice. Guys, hang on. Guys, hang on. Thank the stars I caught up with you. That's not how I did his voice before, but that's how I'm doing it now. I believe I found a way out of this mess you're in. Hot dog, you have? Your strength is growing, and soon you'll be a match for that no-good King Dice, and maybe even the devil himself. Golly, you really think? I do, but but you'll never get close to the devil unless you already have those soul contracts in hand. Only then will you get a chance to turn the tables on that fiend. So when the time comes, do the right thing. Yeah, I don't really like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, but I mean, I'm still gonna watch the movie, even though I don't like him as much. And can we? Speaking of Avengers Doomsday, can we just talk about Moon Knight? Because he got one season, and then that was the end of him. Like, come on, he had one fantastic season, and just it was so good, only for them to do absolutely nothing else with Moon Knight. And then they said he was gonna be in Doomsday, but then they just said like a month ago or something that he's not in Doomsday. And it's just I'm bummed, man, because he's such a cool character, and Oscar Isaac did so good. And it's a shame that we're not getting anything else for Moon Knight, especially since when Ironheart came out, they said, "Oh, if enough people watch this, we'll do a season 2 of Ironheart." Well, where's season 2 of Moon Knight? That one did good. Season 1 did great, and then we never got a season 2. Still waiting on it. Like, come on. Like, I just can't with Disney. They do so many just bad decisions when it comes to stuff. Oh, come on. Disney's done so much bad. They pretty much destroyed Star Wars. Like, I don't think there's any hope for the next trilogy that's going to be following after the sequel trilogy. I don't know how that's. I don't see how that's going to be any good. Because nobody really wants it. I think The Mandalorian and Grogu has chance to be good. Especially considering how good The Mandalorian is. And I'm going to say it. I know Season 3 got a decent amount of hate, but I liked Season 3 of The Mandalorian, personally. I mean, like, the one episode... I didn't really like how they did the one episode where it was just the entire thing was spent on Dr. Afra, I think his name was. Because, like, it started... You can't just start out an episode with Mandalorian taking down a bunch of TIE interceptors, TIE fighters, whatever it was, and then just switch it up, and then just, oh, it's not actually about the Mandalorian. Here's a hour-long episode about this guy that's... I mean... I still just can't get over that episode. The setup for the beginning was so great, just for it to be pretty boring. Still mad about it. But I think, like, the season finale was awesome. And I hope the movie's good. Especially since they're bringing in Zero the Hutt into live action. I think that's exciting. Man, I'm doing terrible right now. Twice he got me with that. Twice. Like, how do you give me twice? Like, once I can understand getting hit by that once. But I got hit by that twice. Come on. I hope I hope Marvel continues what they're doing with doing good comics movies and like actually having accurate costumes and suits for the characters, like they've done with the Deadpool and Wolverine. I think was like the first one that I can think of that had like the super accurate comic. Oh come on, the stupid cupcake man had like the really accurate comic costumes, suits, and the Fantastic Four was great. It was a great movie. I thought Galactus was terrific. Like they did a great job with him, especially compared. I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen like clips and whatever. Like whatever the heck Galactus was in 2015's Fantastic Four, that was terrible. Like come on, just a cloud. Like what? That's not Galactus. Who? The guy clearly never read a comic book. Like that's obvious based on it. And I'm glad that comic movies are now getting more accurate recently, especially since James Gunn has started doing DC. Superman, again, Superman's an amazing movie, and I can't wait to see Man of Tomorrow when that comes out, and then anything else that James Gunn's working on, because he clearly loves what he's doing, and it's great because he knows he clearly knows comic books and he knows what he's doing and how to make something that the people that comic fans want to see, as opposed to just doing whatever like DC has done in the past and Marvel has done in the past. And it's exciting to have somebody that actually likes what they're doing in charge of it. Like we should. I hope we get that with like future video game movie adaptations, and show adaptations. Because like Fallout's good. I like that. I thought it was a great show. Season 2 is like right around the corner too. It's only like 2 months away right now. And based on the trailer, it looks like it's going to be really good. Come on, it's got to be like right at the line, isn't it? No? Okay. But yeah, Fallout Season 2 looks like it's going to be good. And it looks like they put the time and the effort into it. It looks like they know what they're doing. They know the story. They know how to make the fans happy. And that's how it should be. Like we shouldn't have at this point, we shouldn't have stuff like Halo, which I haven't seen, but I've heard is terrible because it's just like. And my brother, he watched he didn't finish it, but he said he watched Until Dawn with his friend. Like they started it and they only made it like 20 minutes in because it was just bad. It had like nothing to do with the game. And it's like, come on, like why can't we get stuff that's accurate to the games? Can we just get more guys like James Gunn, but for video games, where they actually like what they're doing and they know video games, and not just like, hey, I know absolutely nothing about the game, but I made a show in the past. Come on, put me in charge, and then they get put in charge, and it's like, great, but they don't know anything about the game, so it has nothing to do with the game. It just has similar characters. Well, it has characters that are the same name, but it's got nothing in common with it. Like, it's ridiculous. And it's like when they put J.J. Abrams in charge of Star Wars. Like, the guy can't even keep track of the lore of his own stuff that he makes. What made you think he would follow with Star Wars. I mean, he didn't. We saw that. It was terrible. And, you know, I know everybody says Episode 9 is the worst Star Wars movie, but it's not. In my opinion, it is not the worst movie. Episode 8 is the worst. The absolute worst. Like, it was just a whole bunch of nothing. The whole movie was just a whole bunch of nothing. Like, all it was just like, hey, let's kill off Princess Leia. It was pretty much all that happened in that entire movie. I'm changing off a lobber. That's probably what's wrong here. People's episode 8 just sucked. Like, episode 9, I'm not saying it was good, but like, I can watch it and laugh at it because it's bad. It's enjoyably bad. But episode 8 has nothing redeeming about it. It's just bad. Like, there was nothing about it that was good. And it's just a shame that all that happened because, like, they had potential going into episode 7. Like, they could have done so much, but they just screwed up. I don't know how they did so bad. Like, all they had to, like, they really hyped up, like, Finn's gonna be a Jedi with the episode 7, but then that didn't happen. I mean, sure, I think they're trying to do that now, but it's like, you're kind of late on that. You should have done that with episode 8 and 9, but you didn't. You just wasted the movies. And Finn as a character, like, I mean, by episode 9, he had nothing. He had absolutely nothing going for him by the time episode 9 rolled around. And it's just a shame that he's such a wasted character. Because he could have been something. But no, the only character that really had anything good with them was, like, really just Kylo Ren. Like, Ben Solo, he was the only one that was interesting in any way. Just a shame. Because the characters had potential, but they did nothing. Oh, okay, almost got taken out by a jelly bean. That would have been pathetic. Boom. You just need people that actually know what they're doing with movies and adaptations of stuff, and that actually like doing it. That's why I think DC is in a good direction right now, because James Gunn clearly loves doing it, and he's been doing good. I've watched Superman. It was fantastic. I've seen it 3 times. In theaters, I watched it 3 times because it was so good. And, like, I've been watching Peacemaker, and that show is great so far. What I've seen, awesome. And I can't wait to see what he does next. You know what? Considering how long that took, I think I'm gonna call it here. And with Baroness von Bonbon, soul contract in hand, I think we're gonna call it here and say see you in the next one.